The people of Ontario have waited long enough. You have waited long enough.
The wait has been decades, and transit users feel it.
If we weren't building more transit, it would just be more congestion. So that reaches a critical mass at some point, and that's just asking for failure.
I think it's a great idea. Whether it'll come to fruition or not will be another thing altogether.
Toronto's population has been booming, and engineers have long warned that public transit isn't keeping up.
We haven't invested the way we needed for the last 30 years of growth. We're facing another 30 years of growth on top of that. It gets actually kind of scary and daunting to say, can we catch up?
Here's Ford's $28 billion plan. Relieve congestion with an additional line and extend 3 others. But only $11 billion of the total will come from the province. Ford assumes the rest would be paid for by the City of Toronto, the federal government, and private partnerships. The problem is, the federal government wasn't even consulted on this plan. Finance Minister Bill Morneau isn't impressed.
We have already put significant funding, and we have found it difficult to actually get these projects going because the Ontario government is not at the table trying to get those projects happening. And frankly, jobs are on the line.
Scarborough doesn't end at McCowan.
Toronto transit advocate Sheila Pisey-Allen worries that not only will Ford's promises not be fulfilled, they'll set back progress the City of Toronto was already making.
This is basically ripping up our city's transit plans and sending us back to square one.
The first of the big-ticket items, a long-awaited downtown relief line, wouldn't be completed until at least 2027, and that's assuming all the political players can get along. Nicole Ireland, CBC News, Toronto.
Right now, the subway line that goes into the heart of downtown Toronto runs at or above capacity every weekday, according to the TTC, the result of so few lines serving so many people. After New York City and Mexico City, Toronto has the 3rd busiest transit system in North America. A big part of it is streetcar service. But clear that away and you see just how small the subway coverage really is. Toronto's 3 subway lines stretch for just over 70 kilometers. Now compare that to Mexico City, where 12 lines run for more than 200 kilometers. And New York City, where 22 subway routes cover more than 1,000 kilometers, enough to take you to Chicago if the tracks were laid end to end. After today's cash commitment from Ontario, you can expect more. Tomorrow, the Ford government is putting out its first budget. We will be crunching those details tomorrow night.